to do this. Let's go. Thanks very much for letting me know. So, human beings, can you hear me now? Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me now. Human beings who were put here on earth to rule over creation have allowed everything to run riot. Let me know, please. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me now. We have allowed things to just go anyhow. And that is why there's so much confusion. Remember that when Jesus was on earth, the winds and the waves obeyed him. Could you let me know in the chat? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me now, or write yes in the chat. Humanity allowed the earth to just do its thing. And as a result, creation is messed up. God is very clear. He said, so God created mankind in his own image and he gave him authority. People, you have authority over the works of God's hands. You have authority over your own body. You have authority. God gave it to you. God does not lie. You're not like every other animal. We're supposed to be ruling over the animals on the earth. You have authority over the creation of God. When we start understanding that, you now understand the authority you have. So you can now study and say, what is this authority I have? Do you understand that we are not at the same level with animals? Like I said before when I was muted, evolution is from the pit of hell. Thank you very much for letting me know. Evolution, the theory of evolution is from the pit of hell. Because evolution tells you that you were not made intelligently, tells you you came here by accident, and because of that you see yourself like an animal and you act like one. But when you understand that you are made in the image of God, when you look in the mirror, you see God. You see the image of God. You see that this is that God put himself in you. We are not gods in that sense, but we have the attributes of God, the ability to create, the ability to rule over your circumstance. There's no reason why you should allow sickness to run riot in your life. There's no reason why we should allow poverty to run riot in our lives. We need to understand that we were given authority over the works of God's hands. God made everything and put us here. He gave us authority over creation, over the earth. And so we are the ones actually in charge. God is not the one running everything. He runs it through those that yield themselves to him. So when things go wrong, what does God expect you to do? Take authority. Because in the beginning, he gave you authority. The question is, how does God execute authority? How does the king execute authority? They execute it through speaking. You command things and then things start to change and people hear you and do something. So we see in Genesis 1, it's full of God said, God said, God said, God said, and there was. So God has created you and I to be able to take authority through our words over the things that we see on earth. And guess what's going to happen? Things will start to change. It says here that we are made in the image of God. You are not you're not an animal. You are made in the image of God. Let that sink in. You are not helpless. Stop thinking you are helpless. The greatest lie that Satan tells humanity is that there's nothing you can do about a situation. So many people just throw up their hands in surrender and allow the devil to run over them. I want to challenge you that it's time to wake up to who you are. You are mankind. You are made in the image of God, and he has given you authority. We have delegated authority over the works of God's hand. We have been called to rule, not to be ruled over. I can't say it enough over and over everything. And until we realize that we have authority, why do we need to pray? We pray and God gives God permission to flow through us. So God did not just keep us here to do it by ourselves. He keeps us here so that in partnership with him, we can exercise that kingdom authority. So I want to challenge you to start thinking differently about your life. You know, many of us cry to God to do something. Remember the story of Moses when he came to the Red Sea and he turned, there's some Pharaoh coming from behind him, and the Red Sea was in front of him, and everybody was crying. When he cried to God, God asked him, "Why are you crying to me? What do you have in your hands? Use it." And today, as I close out, as we continue this journey on the believer's authority, I want to encourage you to look and find out what you have in your hands. It doesn't matter how far gone a situation is, but if you will start to exercise the authority that God has given to you, things are going to turn around. Are going to start turning around. So here I have written these books, Born to Rule. And this is, as I wrote this from my experience and understanding of how we can rule on earth. And the sequel is Victorious Living. I want to ask you that you can go to my website and check out these books, and the link is included. Check out these books that are going to help you. You can order them, and if you drop your email, I'm going to send you a digital copy of this. So let's meet again. Today's Friday, Monday to Friday. I'm here each morning sharing words to encourage you, teaching from the scriptures for you to rise up to all God has called you to do. Remember to leave a comment, give a thumbs up, and share this to encourage somebody. God bless you. Bye-bye.